Hi everybody, this is Ed Bowen. I'm the Safety Director of Berglund Construction. And for this week's Toolbox Talk, I wanted to talk about scaffold training. Now OSHA tells us that all scaffold systems, no matter if supported or suspended scaffolds, have to be erected under the direct supervision of a competent person, which is great. You know, we want to make sure that the scaffold systems that we're putting up, the people that are putting up are competent to do it, right? Saying that, what about the users of scaffold systems? What about our men and women trades workers that are going to be working on that scaffold system? What about the project managers and the architects that are going to be going on that scaffold to inspect the buildings that we're working on? What about people like me who are going to be going on those scaffold systems to observe the work that you guys are performing and take a look at the scaffold to make sure it's safe to be working on? You know, what's required of all of us? Well, we need to be trained on the hazards associated with that scaffold system and the work that we're performing on that scaffold system, right? We need to know things like, hey, is fall protection in place, or do I need personal fall arrest systems? Falling object protection. You know, is there a chance that we could drop some of our tools or material debris and drop it on top of other people that might be walking near or around a scaffold? So we need to know, you know, stuff like that as well. You know, what about loading requirements? What about material handling on that scaffold system? What about, you know, what if the scaffold system was erected close to power lines? We certainly want to know those hazards as well, right? So there is a lot of different training that we do need, even if it's just working on the scaffold system. We need to know that stuff. We want to know that stuff. And then we have here in the city of Chicago, we have the City of Chicago Scaffold Ordinance. Back in 1995, there was a suspended scaffold on the side of the John Hancock building that was severely damaged due to high winds. You know, that scaffold system broke apart and a lot of those components fell down onto Michigan Avenue, injuring a couple of people and even killing a few more. It was a very tragic event. Due to that, the City of Chicago did come up with a scaffold ordinance that does require certain training for the users of supported and suspended scaffolds in the City of Chicago. Now, not everybody could just train on that stuff, but the City of Chicago does trust a few companies like your Prime Scaffolds and Safeway Scaffolds to give that training to people like me and you at Berglund. A lot of us are going to be working on scaffold systems this year. You know, suspended scaffolds, supported scaffolds. We want you guys to have the training. Men and women tradesmen, PMs, office personnel that might get up on the scaffold systems. We have to have this training. It is important. We want you guys to know the hazards associated with the work that you're doing on these systems. And if you do see any deficiencies, we want you guys to be able to tell the competent people in order to get this stuff fixed. February 22nd at the South Chicago office, we are going to have that training. So please sign up. If you're a tradesman or woman, please let your superintendent know so they can contact me and I can get you guys on the roster. Otherwise, guys, email me directly and we'll get you guys on that roster for the training. It's important. We want to know you guys should be able to know the hazards associated with the work you're performing on these systems. Everybody have a safe day, have a safe week. I appreciate all the things that you guys have been doing so far this year. Thank you.